What's up, you guys? It's launch day for the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus on April 21st, and we're here at Best Buy Mobile, and we're gonna pick up our copy of the phone at the mall, and then we're gonna test it out and let you guys know what we think. Alright guys, so fast forward a couple days, different mall, different part of the state. We've been using the Galaxy S8 Plus for a couple days and just kind of getting our first feeling for it, seeing how we like the phone, and overall I think it's great. I think it's an incredibly ergonomic experience. I think Samsung's done a phenomenal job of designing the phone to feel really natural in the palm of your hands. Even the fingerprint reader, even though it's in a weird spot for some people, I have big hands and I'm just a big guy, so it's not really an issue for me. So I think that that's great. So here we are, strolling around the mall with the S8 Plus, and we're just kind of like checking it out, using it, texting, browsing Reddit, YouTube, and kind of just checking out the mall. And I think, just getting kind of like the first feel for it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think it's pretty awesome. It's got a lot of great features to it. I think that the keyboard that it's using is incredible. I think that the responsiveness to it is like something that we don't get. Like the haptic engine in the iPhone is like awesome, but this just feels like so bouncy when you're using it, and that's just like, it just feels so good in your hands. I think that the cameras is amazing on the phone. Like if you guys have seen this, I'll show you right here on this. We can check out some professional mode. You guys see how you can outline the text like that? It's pretty awesome. So if you want to, you can assign different focus wherever you want it in the shot to give it assigned value. It's pretty sweet. The camera is amazing. So again, with this phone, the display is incredible, but the display also takes up a huge chunk of battery. So I would say that if you're planning on using it for an entire day, it would not be a bad idea for you to bring an additional charging device with you. It does have fast charging, so that's definitely really nice. But if you're not in a place where you can get to a charger, having a portable power bank would be really good if you do want to use the phone in performance mode, because in performance mode it does suck up quite a bit of battery. Now you can always switch that 2960 by 1440 down to 2280 by 1080, and it still looks almost as crispy, but there's something really, really special about that display being on its full WQHD capabilities that I never really want to turn it off. So the phone's main camera, its back camera, does have a 16 megapixel camera. It does shoot 4K at 30 frames a second. And as far as the other flagship goes, I think it's better than the Pixels. It's definitely better than the iPhone 7 Pluses. There's just a lot of things to love about it. Another great thing about the phone is obviously how many gigs of RAM it has. It has full 4 gigs of RAM, which is great. That's pretty in line with a lot of the other flagships, other than the iPhone 7 Plus, which only has 3, and the OnePlus 3T, which has 6. As far as the processor goes, it's running the Qualcomm 835 Snapdragon, which is like top of the line as far as Android devices goes. There's not really anything faster currently on the market, so you're getting the top of the line as far as the processor is going, and you can definitely tell in the performance of it. It's just really quick. Again, with the 4 gigs of RAM, it feels incredibly fast and responsive to anything that you throw at it. So one thing that I don't really like about the S8 Plus, because there's been so many positives, is the implementation of Bixby. I think that the resources could have been allocated elsewhere, like maybe for the, Note 8 even, but like they spent so many resources trying to make something to compete with Google Assistant, and Google Assistant is just already ahead of where Bixby is or will be. And Samsung has so many different smart devices that they're trying to integrate, but I think in practice, they could have just used Google Assistant to a much better and more efficient way of getting the same effect. It's just awesome to get 6.2 inches of screen real estate on a phone that feels like it's like the iPhone 5 in size. Like it just doesn't feel like you're holding something heavy in your hands, but you have this massive, gorgeous display to work with. It's awesome. So this is just kind of the start with Galaxy S8 Plus, and so far, again, I think it's a really positive experience. I think that it's probably the most beautiful looking phone that we've seen yet. We have it in the orchid gray color, which is, I think, really nice. The black is also nice, and I think all the colors that they chose are really nice. In general, again, positive experience. If you are looking for your next flagship level phone to buy, and you like the Samsung platform, so far I have experienced very little issues with the phone, and overall I think it's incredibly well designed. Like I said, it feels really natural in your hands, and it's just a good phone, and Samsung just makes good phones. Thanks guys, have a nice day.